Hello guys, so it's Andrew Vossis, Andrew, my channel Andrew Vossis, and this is about, I think my second video on my new guitar, and so this is going to be sort of just a long kind of talk about metal guitar in general, the kind of guitar I play, just a bunch of stuff that comes to mind. So I know in the other video I didn't really talk about the guitar itself. I kind of generalized about how I was getting my tone with the TC Spark and how I turned down the gain a lot on my amp. Because I don't really like Blackstar's saturation, but that's another topic which I might cover in this video. This video will cover a lot of stuff. But first of all, I'm going to start with this guitar. And I'm just going to... First, I'm going to start off to say... So, I'm sorry if I'm, like, a shitty, video taper, or, what the hell? Video taper, what are we, like, in the 1800s? I mean, like, you know, I'm not good at, you know, sort of getting good angles, and my focus is all off. But, firstly, to say, with this guitar, the first thing that pops out, for sure, is this finish. And I don't think I'm gonna ever find a finish this beautiful. I would, no, not beautiful, just this, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you know, it's sort of metal, but it's not metal. It reaches down into your soul and says, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I love this finish. It's like matte, sort of, although I can, in the future, I can see some problems with this chipping, but I love this finish. That's one of the main reasons. So, that's one of, so I love this finish on this guitar. This video is going to be mainly on this guitar, so don't, like, expect me to talk about this amp. So, you're not going to hear much about that amp, just this guitar. So, the finish is mainly what sets this guitar apart and just makes me sort of, you know, fall in love with it. And then we've got, the fact that it's a 7-string. See if you can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just have to say that I'm a huge fan of these strings. That sounds terrible. I'm a huge fan of these strings. I'm not sure what I'm using. This is not about the guitar, this is about the strings. I'm not sure what I'm using, but because I bought, that's another thing. But I just have to say I like the strings, and they have a very nice sustain and a hold. And then that also has to, that coincides with another fact that I love about this guitar, which is the bridge. And I'm just going to say, I've had a lot of trouble with bridges in the past, especially on my old Ibanez SA series. It's, I've had a lot of trouble, with bridges, because my, my old Ibanez was a floating bridge, so every time I tuned it, or even if I did a big bend, it would go out of tune. Or even I would snap a string, because the bridge was, like, fucked up. But, like, I can pull the string, like, I'm not going to try as hard as I can, and somehow this, like, bridge handles it perfectly, like, and I'm not sure how they do that, because another thing that stands out is that, the strings actually attach in here, so there's no intonation problems, hopefully. I don't know how I would fix them, but they don't go, it's sort of like a Fender guitar. If you look at it, they don't go all the way into the back. They just attach straight to the back of the guitar. And I'm very surprised how they, Shecter manufactured it to be like that, but not have that, like, Fender kind of thing where it's, like, really hard to bend and it's not meant to be bent, because I've tried playing Fenders like that. So I really love this bridge, and if you see when it bends, like, I just love it. Maybe I can show you in another video just me doing some playing and bends. But the bridge itself is great. It doesn't go out of tune at all. This thing will never go out of tune. Like, I swear to God, I just love this bridge. Then there's the pickups, and I'm not a huge fan of these pickups. I might try to swap them out. They're the EMG. I prefer, yeah, there, that's a nice zoom. I prefer, well, let me think. I like the Hellraiser. No, Nazgul. I forget what those are made by. I like the Nazgul pickups. I think EMG Nazgul. I really like those Nazgul pickups. So I think I'm going to swap a Nazgul for this back pickup and then just leave this in. I don't know what I'll do. I don't really know much about pickups. I do know that this is comparable or comparable, this EMG HZ, to the EMG 7181 pickups. But the 7181 pickups are active pickups and these are passive. That's all I really know. I'm sure a lot of you people who are watching know about active and passive and, you know, this and that. I'm not really going to nerd out on pickups. I don't like these pickups though. They have a really annoying feedback. Well, I can't really show you. But especially, I wouldn't say these get hot. Like, they're not like Gibson on Gibson's playing through tube amps. They're not those kinds of pickups. They just, I don't know, they have this really, and they have like this harmonic, I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't really dig the pickups. But they're a lot better than my Ibanez SA series, that's for sure. And they do bring out a lot of the gritty low end, sort of. I would say low end to mid, kind of mid-low lows. And they don't saturate the high at all. They leave the high, which is really good. And then another thing I like, now this is about design again. Well, firstly, I love this strap. This strap is perfect. I just fucking love it. And then I love the, these little, like, things. That's why, when I first was getting this guitar, so this is a Damien 7. This is a Shecter Damien 7. Again, I love this headstock. I think it's one of the best headstocks ever, especially with the 7. The fact it has 7, it just looks so unique. And the Shecter Diamond series, whew, that font, like, it's amazing. I'm gonna have to end pretty soon. So anyway, so this guitar, so last thing to end with is that this guitar was actually, this guitar right here, it's beautiful. It's so metal. Like, I've like fallen in love with this guitar. Random sock, sorry. Oh yeah, I might try to swap this out. Would that look good? Yeah, that'll look pretty cool with this. Anyway, 8 minutes, 23 seconds, sorry. So last point that I'm going to make, this guitar was $699, but this actual guitar, the Damien 7, you can look it up, around $600, probably $700 if you buy it in Greece or somewhere, or where I used to live. But I got it for used, and I got it for $259. So there you go. That's why I love it. I feel like life has been treating me good, especially because it's so cheap. I mean, not life, I mean this guitar. What am I talking about? You know what, guys, this is really awkward for me because I just go into long rants and just, like this rant itself, like what I was just saying. Anyway, I don't know. No one knows what I'm talking about sometimes, so that's my guitar. There's a bunch of other stuff that I'd like to talk about it. I really like the frets. I don't know if they're jumbo frets. I don't exactly know what jumbo frets are, but they do feel a bit longer. I thought it was actually 26 fret or something like that when I first played it, but that might have just been the fact that it was 7 strings. So that's my guitar. That's a 10-minute just straight on talk. I'm gonna upload this to Facebook and then YouTube tomorrow, so that you Facebookers can copyright me and post it on your own YouTube channels, so that you get all the views for this awesome guitar. And yeah, so peace, guys. Hope you have a great time in the world of metal. Metal. Not Spider-Man, metal.